Hello, my name is Brandon Klein. We will just do a quick introduction and introduce each other and just say who we are and why we have this podcast.
Yeah, welcome to Two Voices
One mission.
podcast. I'm Naomi Brickle, and Brendan and I go way back. We go way back before probably Brendan even remembers, but we go back professionally to I think it was 2000, and we go back to I think 2011 or 2012, where Brendan came and worked with me in my role at Westchester Institute for Human Development when I was back then. And Brendan has been a true leader since the day. Well, he was a leader before I hired him. He was doing some really incredible work in the community where he was just bringing people together socially and recreational opportunities.
And then she, I think from our episode when I mentioned that Naomi has a really strong rope, and she pulled me in that I want to be able to pull the rope, and then she put me in a really great position to work at WSG and to starting a social group for people with disabilities to socialize and stay connected. And now I have launched like a rocket and to doing many opportunities for people with disabilities to become leader, social employment opportunity, and I'm working through a lot of different policy. And for me, I love policy, and I love to get my hands dirty, and I love challenges.
So speaking of hands dirty, one of the cool things you did was you did a lot of work in community gardens and activities with other individuals,
Yes.
self-advocates who wanted to volunteer and contribute to people who needed more help.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to do gardening to really give back to the community that for those who we're facing now who doesn't have any food, and people who are homeless who also don't have food, and be able to grow some really delicious veggies that I try not to eat, and be able to give food to them and give to all the food banks that can also give food to them. We have gave a bunch of food to one of my food pantry called Mount Kistro Food Pantry, and
So anyway, well, what Brendan when Brendan came and worked for me back when he ended up starting a social group, as you mentioned, groups where they did events in the community, went out to dinner and ate, volunteer, community gardens.
Yeah.
Brendan started with a small group that he had put together prior to working with us, where he had a small private Facebook group, and he brought friends together. And so frequently people with disabilities don't have social opportunities. And I was really moved to hear what he was just doing on his own, and said, I want to hire you. I want to hire you and do this for others. So this group that he had increased in size to about 300 participants. And I would ask him how many events per month. It would be over 150 events per year that Brendan was organizing and bringing people together who didn't have opportunities to go out, people who ended up moving out of their homes because they had gained so much confidence and independence just by going out and being with friends. And you didn't stop there.
I kept going, and I kept keeping the group moving, and I have now also have launched also another rocket called a Hero Voices Advocacy group for people who want to learn how to speak up in a different situation, and for those who doesn't have a voice and want to be able to speak on things what they need and what they need and on how they want to live their life.
So I don't know. A couple months ago, Brendan reached out to me. I no longer work there. We no longer work together. I'm now the project director for Supported Decision Making in New York, where I'm working on New York's statewide effort to scale up supported decision making as an alternative to guardianship. It's all about autonomy, people maintaining their rights and people making decisions about their lives and being in charge of their lives. Brendan reached out to me and said, "Hey, you want to start a podcast?" And I said, "I never say no to Brendan because Brendan always makes me look good. He comes with great ideas, and to have all about having an impact, changing people's lives. And so what we're hoping in this podcast is to tackle issues, to issues in particular that pertain to people with disabilities, talk them through, talk with each other, and bring you the thoughts that we've thought. Me, I'm a mom. I have a 28-year-old daughter with autism and a developmental disability. And what we're really hoping to do is take on these issues, talk them through, educate others so that people can advocate, know more. We're looking forward to having some speakers on important topics.
And I think also I think this podcast also is something that not a lot of people also are doing, and not a lot are speaking out on issues that want to be able to get their voice heard. And this is a different way to get the voice heard instead of going to rallies and protesters and doing all of that work. And for me, I like to keep things simple and easy, and this is simple and easy. And I think this is a easy way that we can get so many people's attention and on issues that people with disabilities are facing every single day. I have seen it. It's painful to watch, and it's not pretty, and people with disabilities are really facing, I'm not sure what the right word is, I think a massive crisis that people are should not be facing, but they are facing it, and it needs to end.
So two voices, one mission.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan and I have found over the years that we think a lot alike on a lot of these issues.
Yes, we do.
And we've done a lot of work together, impacting policy, advocating for issues. Brendan and I talk things through. We like to then distill our message down. We come up with our kind of 3 big takeaways and like to have conversations about those things. So we look forward to bringing you the issues.
Yeah. And we were looking forward to hear your feedback on many of these episodes. And we are looking forward to if you have questions or want to know more about this podcast, and we'd be happy to be able to meet you, be able to talk to you. Maybe soon, eventually, we may have to figure out a autograph, but that's will come down the road soon. But I think this will be a really accessible and positive podcast, and I can't wait to can't wait to see what the future will lead to us.
2 voices,
1 mission.